Uh-oh, Rams fans, we have a Matthew Stafford injury update, and it's not sounding good. We'll get into that in a second, plus more here on Verts. My name is Harrison Graham. We also have the latest on Micah Parsons and the Cowboys from Adam Schefter. And could the Jets be trading Breece Hall at some point between now and the NFL trade deadline? Lots to get into here on a busy Monday morning. Matt Stafford, who was supposed to return to practice today after Sean McVay said he got through a workout fine on Saturday, he is not back at practice today. And not only that, it seems like something more could be going on here. Adam Grosbart had the initial note that Stafford is in street clothes and that he is not practicing today. And then there was another tweet here from, who do we got here? Sarah Barshop, that basically he entered this chamber-looking deal that is supposed to help with injury resistance, yada, yada, yada. So not only is he not practicing after it was announced he was going to, but clearly it feels like something flared up. I mean, doesn't it? Like, not only are you not out there, but you're entering some kind of chamber here. That's a little scary if I'm a Rams fan. Here's what McVay said on Saturday when it comes to Matthew Stafford. He said there was no limitations in terms of the type of throws. Deep, intermediate, short. We were moving the launch point. He felt really good. Looking forward to him progressing him back to practice on Monday. It was a good step in the right direction. That did not happen. He is not out there Monday, and clearly he woke up yesterday and today and did not feel good. I'm officially concerned at this point. I've kind of downplayed this. I've said, look, it's August. The Rams are thinking about January, February. They're managing the pain right now. They'll figure it out. The fact that after his first real throwing session, he's back, not able to practice, that's a bit of a concern. And look, maybe he practices tomorrow. Maybe he practices in 2 days. I don't know. But at minimum, this thing is going to linger this season. That feels like the minimum at this point. And at maximum, he could miss some games. And if that's the case, you got Jimmy Garoppolo and Stetson Bennett as your other options. And whoever Dresser Wynn is in the mix as well. I think pretty clearly Jimmy Garoppolo would be the answer for the Rams if, for whatever reason, Matt Stafford misses some time or hell the entire season. Who knows at this point? Clearly seems to be a bigger problem than expected at this point in time. And that's really the question, because the Rams have a talented team, an up-and-coming young defense and skill players on offense. Can Jimmy Garoppolo hold it down if needed? You're not going to win a Super Bowl if he's the quarterback throughout the season, but if Stafford misses a month, can you survive? I mean, last year the Rams, I think, started 1-4 and made the playoffs. So they've shown that when Stafford's healthy, they're going to be able to win a lot of games, but they need Jimmy Garoppolo to play decent ball if Stafford misses some time. And look, it was ugly in Vegas for Jimmy G. I do think getting back with a more talented offense and a head coach like Sean McVay, that Garoppolo could be serviceable, but not for an extended stretch. I think his best days are behind him. So from a Super Bowl contender standpoint, it's Stafford or bust. If they don't have him, I think they are in big trouble this season. So this is officially a concern for me, and maybe I'm late to the table on that because I know a lot of people have been concerned, but I just kind of trusted McVay after Saturday. And I don't think he lied. I think something flared up. I think Stafford woke up yesterday or today and was like, uh-oh, my back hurts like hell, and I can't practice. Concern level with Matthew Stafford's injury at this point in time, scale it from 1 to 10. I'm at like an 8 right now. I'm pretty concerned. You got a lot of time before the season. I would still guess that he'll be ready to go, but he's not going to be 100%, and that's a bit of a concern. Okay, no deal in sight. That is what Adam Schefter said when it comes to Micah Parsons and the Cowboys amidst the contract standoff. Here's what Schefter had to say on Get Up this morning. He said, if there's no deal in sight, and this is after he said there was no deal in sight, what's going to happen? Is Micah going to play in the opener? We've already heard Jerry Jones wonder about whether Micah would be out there on opening day. What would be the Cowboys' plan here? Well, if obviously they can't get a long-term deal done and the two sides are not even talking about it right now, then they can always have Micah this year, fifth-year option, if he plays. That's the big if. And they have the franchise tag after this year. They have the franchise tag the next year. In other words, 3 years of control. At some point in time, you have to wonder if they would look to trade him. Now, they've been very opposed to that publicly, saying we're not trading him. But You can't not sign the guy, and then you can't not trade him. It's one or the other. And I'll say this too when it comes to the whole franchise thing. Oh, well, the team has control. When is the last time a player of his caliber requested a trade, was frustrated with the contract, and just ended up playing, and the team franchise tagged him for multiple years? The whole, like, the team has control, that never actually kind of plays out. There's usually a resolution before then. They either end up paying him or they end up moving on from the player. Like, if Micah wants to be mean business, and I know he said he's all about ball, and I believe him. He's a bit of an old school guy. That's why he reported to camp in the first place. But if he really wants to mean business, then he'll sit week 1. Like, I think that would be a pretty strong message to Jerry of, hey, look, you've been calling me out publicly to the point where I requested a trade saying I don't want to be here anymore, and you're still saying, oh, that's just part of the negotiation. All right, I'm not suiting up week 1. Then what's your move? Because that's my move. And if you don't pay me, I'm sitting out week 2. So I think that's really the only card left you can play if you're Micah at this point, because Jerry and Steven are just coming out, yeah, that's just a negotiation tactic on his part. We're not really worried about that. It's like, all right, man, if you don't pay him what he rightfully deserves, then I think sitting out games is going to be his only option. And he clearly doesn't want to do that, but I think it's gotten to a point where he's going to feel like he has no choice. And Mulgeta, his agent, is gonna support that move as well. So, and let's face it, I think Dallas could be in pretty big trouble defensively without Micah. Overshown is injured. Diggs, his status is unclear to start the season. You don't really have that secondary pass rush on the defense. I mean, Osa Odighizuwa is a good interior guy, but you don't have that second edge rusher that can take over games. The linebacker room without Overshown is underwhelming. The secondary is just pretty average. I think it could be a rough scene without Micah Parsons creating havoc, because their corners aren't very good, especially with Trevon Diggs out. So this will be interesting to follow. This doesn't feel like the other Cowboys holdouts and contract situations that we've seen in previous years. Feels more personal, especially from Jerry's side of things. So on we go. I mean, it doesn't sound like there's any momentum. And last week there was that one day at camp where he wasn't on the practice field, neither was Jerry, and everybody was like, well, maybe they're talking contract. And there was a rumor that there was a discussion, but Schefter saying there's no deal in sight at this point in time. So we're continuing to kind of just wait and see how this plays out. All right, guys, if you want NFL content on the daily here at 4Verts, hit that subscribe button. You can also turn on notifications. That way you never miss an episode. We do long-form videos like this. We also do shorts content. Want to ramp up some live content during the season if possible, but need more subscribers to do that. So that is up to you guys. If you want to make it happen, subscribe today. Okay, Breece Hall, could he be traded? As a report is out there that the Jets kind of like the other running backs in the room, which could lead to them trading Breece Hall at some point. Here's Tony Pauline with that report saying that Braelon Allen, a second-year back who was a fourth-round selection in 2024, surprised everyone last season, playing beyond expectations. Isaiah Davis, a favorite of this coaching staff, has been more serviceable as a rotational back. And he also mentioned in that article that trading Breece Hall before the trade deadline could be a possibility. I do get the sense that the Jets like Braelon Allen more than Breece Hall. I think they felt like he was more effective last year. And even Breece Hall said, he was like, look, this GM, this head coach, they weren't here when they drafted me. Like, I have to prove to them that I'm their guy. I think he kind of knows that unless he goes out there and just dominates that, he's probably not a Jet long term. Now, whether or not that means he gets traded or just signs elsewhere after this season, the clock's ticking. I think they like the other guys in that room. Now, the Jets are going to be a heavy run team with Justin Fields at quarterback. So do you want to trade Breece Hall even if he isn't your top back? Like, that's still a guy who could eat valuable carries for you this year. So I would doubt it happened before week 1. But if early in the year they're getting by and Braelon Allen's playing well and Davis is having a good year as well, maybe they're not a major contender, which it would be a surprise if they were. Maybe you get something for Breece Hall, move him for a 4th, 5th-round pick to a running back needy team, and you kind of just cut your losses there because, at this point in time, if you're asking me to predict, is he going to be a guy they extend and keep long-term? I would say probably not at this point in time. Now, name a player that you think gets traded before week 1. Could it be a Micah Parsons, a Trey Hendrickson, a Terry McLaurin, a Breece Hall, someone else? Drop a name, for us down in the comment section below. My name is Harrison Graham. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. That makes you a real one. The best way to support the show is to hit that subscribe button. We will be back tomorrow with more content, so see you then.